In the most remote corner of the Pacific Ocean, over 2,000 miles from the nearest continent, lies an island of stone giants. They stand watch over an empty horizon, silent, stoic, eternal. This is Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, home of the mysterious Moai statues, monuments that have sparked centuries of wonder. Were they symbols of ancestors, or tributes to the sky gods who once walked among men? Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we're embarking on a journey to one of the most isolated and enigmatic places on Earth. A place where history is carved in stone and legends whisper on the wind. The story of Rapa Nui is not just about these colossal statues. It's a profound human drama of ingenuity, belief, and survival against all odds. But it's also a story that brushes against the extraordinary, asking questions that challenge our understanding of the past. Who were the people who carved and moved these massive figures, some weighing over 80 tons, across miles of rugged terrain? And what was the true purpose of their Herculean efforts? The traditional view tells us the Moai are deified ancestors, powerful chiefs immortalized in volcanic rock. Their gazes were turned inward, away from the sea, to watch over their descendants, radiating a spiritual energy known as mana to protect the villages and ensure fertility and prosperity. The island is dotted with ahu, ceremonial platforms upon which these stone guardians once stood in long lines, a testament to the power and piety of the Rapa Nui people. The sheer scale of this operation is staggering. Quarried from the volcanic crater of Rano Raraku, each statue was a masterpiece of collaborative effort, a society pouring its entire resource base into honoring the past. But the island holds secrets that this explanation doesn't fully satisfy. Why did the statue carvings suddenly stop? Tools were dropped, and dozens of Moai were left unfinished in the quarry, as if the workers simply walked away one day and never returned. What catastrophic event could bring such a deeply ingrained tradition to an abrupt halt? The orthodox theory points to an ecological disaster, a self-inflicted ecocide. The Rapa Nui, in their obsession to build bigger and more numerous Moai, allegedly felled every last tree on the island. The logs were needed for transporting the statues, building canoes, and for their daily lives. Without trees, the soil eroded, crops failed, and the once thriving society collapsed into warfare and cannibalism. It's a powerful, cautionary tale, a microcosm of what we could do to our own planet. But is this the whole story? When we look closer, anomalies emerge that invite more speculative, more cosmic interpretations. Let's talk about the pukao. These are the giant red stone hats that sit atop some of the Moai. Carved from a different quarry, these multi-ton cylinders were somehow raised and placed perfectly on heads standing over 30 feet tall. How was this accomplished with just ropes and wooden levers on a now treeless island? The engineering feat is mind-boggling. And then there are the legends themselves. The Rapa Nui people speak of the long ears and the short ears, two distinct groups who coexisted on the island. Oral traditions, passed down through generations, speak of a time when the Moai walked to their platforms. The elders would use a divine power, the mana, to command the statues to move. While archaeologists have experimented with walking a Moai replica using ropes, the legends could be a folk memory of a technology we no longer understand. A technology, perhaps, that wasn't entirely of this world. This is where we step into the realm of the sky gods. Many ancient cultures across the globe share stories of powerful beings who came from the stars, taught humanity, and were worshipped as gods. Could the Rapa Nui have been one of these? Consider the Birdman cult, which replaced the ancestor worship of the Moai era. This intense annual competition involved scaling treacherous sea cliffs to retrieve the first egg of the sooty tern from a nearby islet. The winner became the sacred Tangata Manu, the Birdman, a living embodiment of the creator god Make. This shift in belief is significant. It moved from venerating earthbound ancestors to a sky-oriented deity. Why the sudden change? Was it a response to the societal collapse? A desperate plea to new gods? Or was it a memory of birdmen of a different kind? Visitors who arrived not in canoes, but in vessels from the sky. The most compelling and controversial piece of this puzzle is a unique statue known as Tukuturi. Unlike any other moai, Tukuturi is smaller, made of a different stone, and is kneeling with its head tilted upwards, looking aventi the sky. Its features are more human, almost as if in a state of prayer or communication. It has a goatee, and its posture is one of reverence or supplication. To whom or what is this statue praying? It stands apart, a silent dissenter to the uniform moai tradition. Some theorists propose that Tukuturi represents a direct interaction with the sky gods, a depiction of a human or a hybrid being communicating with a celestial visitor. It's an outlier that forces us to question everything we think we know. Imagine this. A technologically advanced civilization visits the remote island thousands of years ago. They are perceived as gods. In their honor, the islanders begin a monumental building project, perhaps with assistance or with copied technology. They carve the moai in the image of these visitors, or as a way to attract their return. The walking of the statues wasn't a metaphor. It was a demonstration of advanced technology, maybe acoustic levitation or anti-gravity. Then, the visitors leave. The islanders, left to their own devices, try to continue the tradition, their methods becoming more and more primitive, relying on brute force and massive amounts of timber. This leads to deforestation, the collapse of their society, and the abrupt end of the statue-building era. The memory of the sky gods fades into the myth of Make-Make and the Birdman cult, a desperate attempt to reconnect with those who came from above. This theory, while speculative, elegantly ties together many of the island's mysteries: the sudden halt in production, the seemingly impossible engineering feats, the walking moai legends, and the anomalous kneeling statue of Tukuturi. It reframes the story of Rapa Nui not as a tragedy of self-destruction, but as a cargo cult of epic proportions, a lost echo of a forgotten cosmic encounter. The stone faces aren't just watching over their island, they are gazing inward at a memory, and upward, waiting for a return that never came. They are eternal sentinels guarding a secret, a testament to a time when gods, perhaps, walked the earth. What do you think? Were the moai simply a product of human ingenuity and devotion, a story that ends in ecological tragedy? Or do they stand as silent witnesses to an extraterrestrial chapter in human history? The truth, like the island itself, remains isolated, shrouded in the mists of the vast Pacific. The mystery of Easter Island is a reminder that our past may be far stranger and more wonderful than we can possibly imagine. The giants of Rapa Nui keep their silence, but if you listen closely, you can almost hear their story on the wind. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the enigmatic Easter Island. If you found this exploration fascinating, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. What are your theories about the moai? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning.